Clemson is considered to be one of the top universities in the southeastern United States, and it could even be said that it is the top university in South Carolina. As a result, the advertising department at Clemson is always looking to put the university in its best light, especially for those prospective students who are hunting for colleges in their junior and senior years of high school. So what do those prospective students see when they look up Clemson in their Google search? Football. As many people know, one of Clemson's best qualities is its football program. Football is a huge part of the community here, especially because of the team's major successes within the past few years, like winning the national championship in both 2016 and 2018. However, many times it seems that Clemson's football overshadows its other strengths, such as its highly successful academic programs, as well as the vast amount of humanitarianism that happens internationally and nationally through the work of Clemson students who are dedicated to making the world a better place. Therefore, we believe that Clemson should not be presenting itself just as the home of national champions like it does now, but as a home that fosters academic success and philanthropy within its student body so that they can go on and do great things in the world today. Football didn't always overshadow academics at Clemson, and in fact, when Clemson was first founded, it was an all-white, all-male military university that was mostly dedicated to studies in agriculture, industry, and engineering. Back then, Clemson football wasn't highlighted much at all in advertisements sent out to future students, and like the pamphlet shown here, much of the mailed advertising was focused on how Clemson can best help in developing a student's career. Therefore, it seems that Clemson was, at first, very much dedicated to giving their students an education that fully prepared them for the workforce, and their athletics were really only a recreational activity rather than a defining feature of the school. As time went on and Clemson became more popular, eventually becoming co-educational in 1955 and fully integrating in 1963, advertising didn't really change much except for the fact that the school and its football team became more widely known and the school's advertising improved because of an increase in funds from the newly accepted students. Notably, in 1955, when women were first allowed into the college, much of the newspapers like the one shown here began honoring some of the women who played crucial roles in both founding and expanding Clemson University. Additionally, Harvey Gantt's lawsuit was pretty well covered in the Tiger newspapers around 1963, although the school seemed to lean more towards promoting the continuation of segregation, which at the time may have been a promotional item for potential Southern students, but certainly not good advertising as a whole in today's terms or in any way for that matter. Apart from these major period changes in Clemson's history, it is also interesting to see the change in the football programs from the first one archived from 1919 to the most recent one from 2012. The main takeaway from the football programs is that the more recent programs are more generously funded than the ones from the early 20th century, which implies that football was not always Clemson's main source of popularity and income. It is also interesting to see how the football media guides have changed over the years. The first archived media guide from 1944, shown here, started with general information about Clemson College, talking about how the campus came to be founded and even what kind of academic programs were offered at the university at that time. Eventually, however, this general information section was thrown to the back of the guide and then eventually completely thrown out, as shown by most of the guides from recent years. Apart from all this, the main issue that sparked the idea for this topic was Clemson's social media presence. Clemson's Instagram page is the biggest culprit, it being littered with pictures and videos of football, babies, dogs, and tailgating. There are some academic and world health related posts scattered here and there, but the majority of the page is filled with advertising for Clemson football, even despite there being a completely separate account just for the football team. The same essentially goes for Clemson's Facebook and Twitter pages, although these pages seem to be more focused on showing other aspects of the university and are not so heavily focused on the football team. Our issue with all this is mostly due to the fact that so many teenagers, and therefore future college students, are constantly attached to social media. So a site like Instagram is likely the place where most students can get an idea of what a school is like. So the question is, does Clemson really want to present itself as a school centered around football? Yes, our team is amazing and football provides such a connected community here at Clemson, but football should not be what students are coming here for. They should be coming for a great education and the best resources to help them succeed in the career path that they intend to pursue. Because this is what Clemson is at its core, a top-tier university that is structured to challenge and support its students so that we can all have an impact on the world as well-rounded and successful Clemson Tigers.